Hello, I'm Matt from Ludovox.fr, and today I'm going to give you an overview of Nemeton. So Nemeton is a management and tile placement game for 2 to 4 players ages 12 and up, and it plays for around 75 minutes. So in this game, you're going to be druids, and you want to save a cursed forest, and you're going to do so by allying with animals, by brewing potions, and by completing objectives. So this is what's around the central board here. But you also have the forest, which is central to all players, and all players are going to be evolving around the forest and expanding it with their own set of tiles. So every player is also going to have their druid figures, a personal board, 2 power tokens, and tokens for completing objectives. So in this game, you're going to be playing 10 or 11 rounds, depending on the player count, and in every round, every player is going to play once. So you play your turn by 4 phases. The first phase is the night phase. In the night phase, you're going to take a tile and place it on the board. Then the moon is going to radiate and help plants grow. It's going to radiate in every possible direction and help plants on the same soil grow, in this case periwinkle. Then you're going to have the dawn phase. In the dawn phase, you're going to flip and reveal the tile you've just placed. Sometimes it has an ability. In this case, it's going to tell me to place a megalith close to it. So the megalith is a new tile, and it has a megalith on it and a Triskel. I won't go over Triskel since it is a specific point of the rules, but they have use in the game. So then, if it is your first turn, you're going to place your druid on your reveal tile. Then you are going to move on to the day phase. On the day phase, your druid is going to move 2 spaces, 2 hexes, but in a straight line. This is really important. And every time you get into a new space, you're going to be able to perform the ability on that space. So for example, if I move my druid up here, I can take the flower that just bloomed here. And since I have to go in a straight line, I would be blocked, but fortunately I have my power tiles here. I can spend them, I can spend this one to change directions. So I can go there, and I may spend the other one, the foot, to perform an extra move. So these are once per game, but if you get Triskels, you can refresh one of them. So then you might activate the abilities of the special tiles if they have a figure like an oak, a megalith, or a spring. If I enter a space with an oak, I may either take a potion from the display here, or I can swap resources at the rate of 2 for 1. So 2 from my satchel, from 1 there in the stock. Well, if I take a potion, in this case, for example, I'm going to take this one, it would score me 5 points, but to score it, I need to spend resources like so. But it is not scored yet because I have to go to a megalith to brew it. If I am on a megalith, when I activate the power of the megalith, I can spend those resources and place them in the stock, and then my potion is scored. It is scoring me 5 points. If I don't score potions at the end of the game, I'm going to lose points. So the third space, the springs, are going to be very handy because they allow me to spend resources in another way. I may ally with animals. So I will ally with one group of animals. So for example, if I want the fish and the stag here and the boar, I'm going to spend the resources that match, place them into the stock, and then place the animals I've selected onto my board. So I will gain victory points based on the diversity of animals that I've collected. And also, the animals have special abilities. So for example, the snakes would allow you to swap resources, the stag gives you more choice in buying stuff, and the fish will allow you to move around rivers really quickly. So these are really handy. You should benefit from them every time you take them. So once you have performed your actions from the day phase, you move on to the dusk phase. There are 2 things you're going to do in the dusk phase. The first one is simply to move the game around, so the game is going to be refreshed for the next player, and finally you will be able to complete an objective. To complete an objective, you just need to meet the criteria on the objective spot. So for example, I may have brewed 2 potions of the same type. If I did so, I'm going to place one of my tokens on there, and if I'm the first one, I'm just going to collect the plant that's on it. So that's an added bonus. You are going to do that until the end of the game, which occurs when the piles of tiles from the players are empty, so either after 10 or 11 rounds of the game. So then you add up the points, and the points are basically the objectives that you have completed from 1 to 4 points, the potions that you have taken and made, the face value of the potion, the potions that you haven't made, minus 2 points per potion, the Triscolls that you have collected, plus 2 per Triscoll, and finally the animals, and you have a table to tell you how many points they get you. So you add up all of your scores and the highest one wins. There you have it, you know almost everything there is to know about Nemeton, so this is a game about making the best of the tiles that you place to get a lot of resources, and to spend your resources wisely on potions or animals, which give you powers. So now, bye bye, and see you on LudoVox.fr.